Hi, everybody. This is Brandon Bougen, your Logan County Ag and 4-H educator, coming to you again with some timely topics. Today, I want to cover Firewise and Ready, Set, Go. Two very similar programs. One is Oklahoma specific, and the other one is a national program. We are on the cusp of wildfire season. And we've got a lot of things going in the right direction for us right now to mitigate wildfires. However, the closer we get to summer, the higher the temperatures get, the lower the humidity gets. Those southwest winds start kicking around. We're going to have some problems. All the moisture that we got back last spring and summer are going to be out to burn us. So I'm going to give you some tips today to keep your home safe and not burn down and not become a statistic during this upcoming wildfire season. So we'll get right into the presentation here, and so Ready, Set, Go and Firewise. So what are the programs? Ready, Set, Go is a program developed through Oklahoma Forestry Service that educates homeowners on personal wildfire action plans. And you'll commonly see this referred to, or the setting in which it is used referred to, a wildland-urban interface, which can be Guthrie, can be 3/4 of a mile outside of Guthrie. It can be North Edmond, anywhere wildland or trees or what you call the woods come up to the back of your property, you are in a wildland urban interface. So it's probably you. Firewise is a national program developed by the National Fire Protection Agency, and that actually certifies neighborhoods that have taken steps to make their homes ignition resistant. So you actually have to certify a neighborhood that is Firewise through a national body in order to get that placard at the front of your neighborhood. Both are very similar programs, have very similar things to teach, but again, one certification, one is not. So it all boils down to having a defensible space. If you don't have defensible spaces around your home, that needs to be priority one. It doesn't matter if you set your goal as the 0 to 5 foot defensible space around your home. You should set it and you should do it. Do not wait until next year. If you're in a wildland urban interface and you just love naturescapes, you love the trees and all the underbrush coming right up to the house, if there's a fire, you better hope your homeowner's insurance is paid up, because you're not going to have a home anymore. So there's a fine line between loving nature and not being able to control nature. So it's all about a defensible space. You can still have a beautiful yard, a beautiful naturescape, and have your defensible spaces. So 5 feet, there's 3 zones we're going to talk about: 0 to 5, 5 to 30, and then 30 to 100 feet. These zones not only protect your structures, but allow firefighters like myself to be able to navigate and move around your shrubs and trees and structures to help keep the fire away from your house. So if you've got stuff stacked everywhere and trees that are 2 feet apart all over your property, guess what? I'm going to let it burn and then catch it on the other side because I cannot get to it. So please take this as good common sense information and put these into action. So 0 to 5, no woody or herbaceous vegetation. If it can burn, It doesn't need to be within 0 to 5 feet of your house. Use hard surfaces such as concrete or non-combustible mulch. If you are the type that went and bought reclaimed tires that was colored as a sustainable mulch, remove it. It is a fire hazard waiting to happen. It will melt and smolder and burn forever. Use wood chips. At least the water that I have in my truck can put that out. Remove leaf litter, dry leaves, pine needles from the roof, the drain gutters, all that good stuff. If you've got trees that are hanging over the top of your house, you're in a bad situation. If you have common roof construction materials used, the rated shingles, asphalt shingles, that's a +1. If those asphalt shingles are covered in leaf debris, that is a -100. So that's your problem. Get up there and clean the gutters, clean that stuff off your roof. Burning embers, flying embers, aerial embers will light on that, and you will have a roof fire. If you have a deck, clean out from under your deck. All those leaves that collect up there under your deck, right next to your house, all it takes is one ember to get in that leaf material, that duff, and cause a big fire. It might smolder for a while, it might smoke a little while, but once it catches fire and it's actively blazing, it's going to be hard to stop. Zone 2, 5 to 30 feet or to your property line. Remove the leaf litter, pick that stuff up from your yard, pick up the sticks. Please do not have wood piles piled directly in front or right up on your house. That's a bad deal for termites, and it's a bad deal for wildfires. Move it away from your house, 5 to 30 feet away. Creating islands of vegetation allow a stopgap between fire spreading to where we can actually slow it down or get it knocked down, or it will go out on its own. If you have islands of vegetation, then we can, 1, get in between those and work, and 2, it'll help slow down or stop the spread of that fire. Remove ladder fuels. I'm going to show you what ladder fuels are. And it's basically exactly what it sounds like. Fuel is anything that will burn. Ladder fuels is a stair step from lowest to highest that will work to catch combustible materials that are higher than the last rung on fire. So create a separation between low level and high level. All the underbrush between under the trees and between the trees, it's not good. Vegetation and tree branches. Reduce the height of low-level vegetation and or trimming low tree branches. Flames can often get 20 or 30 feet flame lengths. That's 20 or 30 feet tall, and really good fires. And that will go right up into the tree, in the canopy of a tree, and it will catch that canopy on fire, and it will send firebrands right on the top of your house. So clean up the lower branches of your trees. It also allows firefighters to get in there and work. If it takes me 15 minutes to drag a hose 20 feet because of all the underbrush, I guarantee you it's not gonna work out good for you. These are ladder fuels. So you can see we've got the lowest to the right and the highest to the left. Fire will use this as a stair step or a ladder right up to your house, and it will do it very quickly. So remove ladder fuels. Zone 3, order the property line that goes from 30 to 100 feet. So thin the vegetation, remove the dead material, keep spacing between vegetation, and that's going to help mitigate the effects of wildfire on your property greatly. Again, we talked about removing ladder fuels, cut or mow annual grasses. If you have bunch grasses that are dormant or dead, and those are out there all the time, you don't do anything to remove those or to cut them down or to graze them off, you should really do that, because the further that the flame is away from the ground, the more likely it is to catch other things on fire. And we all know that clump grasses, our native grasses here, they can get really tall. Indian grass can get, it can get as tall as I am, 5.5 feet tall. And so that stuff can send flames and firebrands a long ways. So even though it's out there 100 feet from your house, keep it short. Of course, trim your trees, keep your trees up off the ground. If you've got eastern red cedars that you want to keep around in your property for some reason, then if you want to keep them, trim them up and keep them off the ground. So here's another look at our zones and our fuel loads here: 0 to 5, 5 to 30, 30 to 100. So have you seen this? Everybody that has wooden or picket fences, well, I won't say everybody, but most people that have wooden or picket fences love their fences. When it comes to wildfires, these are wicks. These will lead a fire right up to your house, because you notice the proximity in which these are to the house, right up on the house. So this pretty fence in a fire turns into this, and this is no good. So, and even if you have the more expensive plastic fence, there's your more expensive plastic fence. That is even worse. So try to keep those wicking objects that can trail a fire up to your house. Maybe use chain link instead. Maybe picket fence, if you're in a wildland-urban interface, is not the best material for you. So keep your property and your house from looking like this. Institute the Ready, Set, Go and the Firewise plans if you're in a wildland-urban interface. And don't let your house and you turn into a statistic because you just loved the look and the feel of the rugged outdoors and you didn't plan appropriately. So prevent this, and then if it ever happens, maybe this can be your house, or the safety perimeter could be your house rather than the last image. So here's my resources, just links today. I'm going to put a document along with this video that has these as hyperlinks. So they're mostly to Oklahoma Forest Service and the National Fire Protection Agency websites, but I'll put that up there as well. Again, my name is Brandon Bougen. If you have any questions about this, you can contact your local county extension educator in whichever county you might be living in. if you would like to, you can call me or email me, even if you're not in my county, and I can answer your questions or direct you in the right direction to get more information or more localized information. So I just want to say that wildfire is a real danger, and with the lack of prescribed burning and burning wildfire mitigation that we have in place, because a lot of people are afraid of fire, we tend to have problems on our hands. And it's because once a fire starts, we can't get to it to shut it down fast enough before it hits somebody's house. So if you're in a position to, you should think about prescribed burning. And I'm a firefighter, and I have kind of a conflict, a moral conflict in that, because I see fire and I know that, you know, I'm supposed to put water on it. But at the same time, I'm an agriculturalist, and I know that we need to take care of our natural resources, and that's historically the way it was done. Before we were here, wildfires kept things in check. So use these resources, learn more about how to safeguard your house in wildfire season. And I'm going to put some more information up online, and there's a lot of other resources already that can educate you on prescribed burning. One of those is going to be your Oklahoma Prescribed Burn Association and your local Prescribed Burn Association. So if you have questions about that, call. And I hope that I never have to see you while I'm putting fire out. So everybody have a good day, and stay safe and stay healthy.